Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of double XI.
Positive Power 21.org. Internet radio.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
What's going on, family? What's up? Welcome to Late Night with Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, a.k.a. the Batman of Charm City, and SHAY Samuel out of Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We hope you had a great Monday. I know sometimes Mondays can be, is what it is, a Monday. For all excitement that you had over the weekend. We hope everybody had a great weekend. I know there's not too much you can do, but if you're out there chancing it and you're sitting inside restaurants or just hanging out for friends, we hope everybody is doing it in 6 feet distancing, something like that. All right. But anyway, for those of you that's out there taking on new hobbies and everything, kudos to you. This is the time to really reach deep and do some of the things that, you only wish you had the time to do. So, main thing is to stay safe and keep everybody in prayer who's suffering right now, who's going through some things. So we keep those people in prayer. And thank you for tuning in to Positive Power with WXI Christian Media. Don't forget, you can check us out. That's right. This coming Tuesday. Tuesday. You catch music video profiles with Sky. She's all over New York, Brooklyn, New York, starting at 6 a.m., 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3:30, and you can catch it again at 7:30 in Atlanta, Georgia, on the DeKalb County Channel 25 Xfinity Comcast Network. So she's on all day pretty much. All right, almost 12, a little over 12 hours. You can catch her show. And also you can catch us, Who I Am, the TV series is winding down. That's right, Who I Am TV series is about black men telling their own story, their journey from childhood to an adult with or without fathers, where they are today and what got them there. So you can check that out. This series is running Wednesday night at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on DeKalb25.com. You can check it also in Comcast in Atlanta, Georgia, and DeKalb County. This featured artist with talent is CEO Terrell Jenkins. That's right. He runs a life coaching school in Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas, called a life coaching school. No, I said it right. Life Coach School, something like. We'll get the name out of Shay, because she's actually a graduate, and congratulations to her and Dr. Holmes. But I usually just call it LCSA, something like that. All right, so we'll check it out. And also Thursday, we got the big rundown starting at 10:30 with the Red Room with Shay Samuels. Then we got My Journey with Paula G, and then the Lakeisha Moses Show, all running on DeKalb25.com. And again, if you live in the Georgia area, you can watch it on Comcast. All right, let's bring out Shay so she can get our interview going. We have the author and advocate, Miss Sandra CHANEY, is going to be joining us today on Positive Power. What's going on, Shay Sam? How you doing?
Happy Monday, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, a.k.a. the Batman. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Yeah.
Everything's good. I'm good.
You going a little in and out. I think you got a little mic noise on your end, like movement. Like your
Can
mic.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it sounded like the mic was moving. That's all. But then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, we hanging in. Yeah, you great. We hanging in there. Batman's hanging in there, just trying to stay busy, trying to keep the ladies happy here. Mimi and Nene, both of them be walking me to death. Both of them want to go for walks. So by the time the day is over, Batman got about 5+ miles in. Yes. And then I got to lift weights.
That is good, because I know we talked about that. I know we did.
Yeah. So still doing it. We still active. Yeah. They working me.
You have to be. And it's been nice out. Honestly, it's been really nice out. Just like the perfect weather where you just want it to kind of like I like spring weather. So this is kind of, this is like spring weather.
It does. Just moving.
Still from up north, but like being in Georgia, everything is kind of like hot, hot, hot. So this is perfect.
Yeah, I like it too. Matter of fact, one of my friends, we went to an outdoor jazz fest at a friend's house. They have like a whole bunch of property, and they have everybody situated outside, canvas and everything. Sun was going down. They had 3 jazz bands that was booked, and then they had a chef. We had vegetarian meals and all that good stuff. And of course, everybody brought their own wine and everything, chilling, just enjoying, who you came with. That's mostly who you had to associate with. But my good friend for many years had, it was so funny. He told me my wife and I was sitting on the lawn chilling. I said, "Oh, it looked like, Larry, drove his Porsche and he got the top down." And she said, "Yeah, he did." So his wife came over and, said hello and everything. She gave me a birthday gift and everything. And I said, "Oh, you guys got the top down." I said, Nene will never let me take the top down. When I had my Toyota Supra, I used to take the whole top. But she said, "No, put that back on." She said, "Well, he asked me." And I said, "Yeah, it's okay. You can take the top down." And look, it was a different story what he told me. He told her there was no compromise. He was going to have the top down no matter what. Because she even said, "Oh, I'm going to smell like I'm outside." Well, you're going to be outside. So anyway, I heard 2 different versions. So it was funny because he had the top down on the 911 Porsche.
That's how it works. I've seen a lot of that today, too. I saw a lot of that, BMWs with the tops down. And it's October. It's October 1st. So it's cool to kind of see that happening. The leaves are changing now. That's Everything's kind of going into fall. I actually put my fall decorations up today, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, that's right. It's that time of the year. That's right. We'll be getting ready for Thanksgiving real soon, y'all. Real soon.
Yay! It doesn't seem like it. I feel like we just started this year with all the pandemic stuff, all the changes, everything happening. We just have to remember the month that we're in. And so it feels weird. It does feel weird because once I started decorating, my daughter was the one that asked, "Are you going to start decorating?" Because I normally do it in September. But 1, the months are going by quickly, and then 2, it just doesn't, seem like the season of. But we're going to make the best of it. So I did my fall decorations today. All
right. And speaking of celebrating and decorations, shout out to Beyond Defense CEO David Benton. Celebrated his birthday on Saturday, and Batman actually got the chance to see him. He was in the virtual studio. It was a big surprise. He came right in the studio and gave us a shout out and everything on his birthday. That was real cool. I wasn't expecting that. So, people, and you talked about it.
David Benson. I know he's listening.
Yeah, and you talked about it on the show. I've got a chance to listen to that show like 3 times already. That was a really good show with Miss Cherie Barnes. And you guys were talking about how people taking advantage of the technology, and you get a chance to meet people. Through teleconferencing, basically that's what you're doing. You're doing teleconferencing. You get a chance to see the individual, and it's funny because everybody has these capabilities on their phone, but they never use it really, except for if you're checking up on your kids or you're spying on your spouse, you will see are they where they say they were going to be. So you hit them up on FaceTime.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now we definitely are in an amazing spot in our lives where a lot of the conferences that you would have been paying $1 million for lack of better terms, you do get them on a discounted rate, or you can get them for free now. So this is the best time to take advantage of all of that.
That's right, all this knowledge.
That you wanted to do.
That's right. All this free knowledge. I mean, I'm seeing, on conferences where like mainstream speakers that you would love to go see, but sometimes you're more comfortable home. You home sitting, you can cast it right onto your TV and everything, which is around, just you home. You can get up when you want, get your snack, go to the bathroom, have to squeeze through people. Cause I'm kind of like that now at my age. I really don't feel like moving that far, to go get a snack or use the restroom. I was like, oh man, it's right there. When you get my age, that's when you want your refrigerator right next to you. You don't want to go there.
Well, you know, nowadays people have those mini fridges next to the recliner.
That's
so
right.
You
I
might
got
want to
it.
Think about that.
I know my wife unplugged mine. I have one. She unplugged it. I'm like, as soon as this kids went to school, I guess she thought Sky was going to take it back to school, so she unplugged it and plugged it back up. Yeah, with no room in the truck. After all, she put all her hair stuff up on the truck. There wasn't enough room for the refrigerator. It was too much of her hair products and stuff.
Goodness.
I know. Too much hair.
That's what we do. That's what we do. That is what we do.
All right.
It's over.
Batman time is up. It's time to talk to Miss Chaney. What's up, Miss Chaney? How you doing, Miss Chaney? Welcome to Positive Power.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Awesome. And she was another one I got a chance to meet. I met her in the virtual studio on Saturday also. That was awesome. Yeah. We had a great time. We had a great time. That was a great show. Great show. All right, ladies. Batman time is up. You have a great show. I'm right here if you need me. Amen.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Batman. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Monday, people. It's Monday, and you are tuned in to the late night show, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, a.k.a. The Batman, and I'm your co-host, Shay Samuels. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have you here. All of you who are listening and or viewing, you are in for a treat. We have an amazing guest tonight. I'm excited because there's one topic that I really, really, really want to talk about. And you guys are just going to have to stay tuned to hear it. You're going to have to stay tuned to hear it. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce her. Jerry's already mentioned her name, but we're going to find out more about her. Miss Sandra Chaney. How are you again, ma'am?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so good. It's Monday. I have Monday motivational moments all day long. I bless people. I bless myself. And I'm just happy to be on the line with you tonight so I can hear you and what you have going on. Bless everyone else.
Well, I'm honored to be here.
Good. I'm going to ask you first to let the listeners know who you are, what you want them to know about you. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into this interview.
Wow. So I am an author. I'm a coach. I'm a speaker. But what I like to tell people most of the time is that I consider myself not what I do, but who I think God says I am. And so I'm love, I'm joy, I'm peace, and I'm a queen. And so I say those things because we always jump into what we do versus who we are.
Yes, yes, yes. I like that. And you forgot vibrant. Very vibrant.
Yes, vibrant. Thank you. Yes, indeed.
You forgot vibrant because we can be vibrant, and I love that you did that because I ask people all the time, who are you? We do artist development with our label, and we first ask an artist, who are you? And it's very hard for people to define themselves because they're trying to line up with what the world says they should be. And sometimes they feel like if I say who I really feel I am, I'm going to probably seem like a failure to that person. So like you, I like to talk about my personality. I like to talk about some of my character traits. And I never forget that I'm just vibrant, but you are really vibrant. And I love that. I love that. I had a chance to do some research on you, and I know that you are an author. You have 3 books, right? Three books.
Yes.
And what I really, really admired, I love anyone who advocates for women. I love that because my daughter and I, we were talking tonight, especially, and I watched the video. Again, shout out to David Benson because I was watching this video, and the video was talking about our culture and, reminding ourselves that we are queens and that we are kings, and people have to, we're not doing that enough with one another. We have a lot of people kind of, my daughter, who is 25, she said, it's a shame that we have been taught to hate one another. We've been trained to not trust one another as a culture. And I heard her say that before, but today when she said it, it kind of struck a nerve with me because it is becoming more relevant today. So for women being able to, that term we use, fix one another's crown. We have to straighten up the crown. You know, what part do you play in that? What's your role in that as a women's advocate?
So for me, my life is transformation. And so I stand on a platform of love. And so I think my role in that is to be love, is to show love no matter where you find yourself, no matter where your occupation, where you live, because I think we all have some skeletons. We've all come from a background. We all have stories, is what I want to say. And so for me, I'm a fix your crown, but more than just fixing the crown, my part is to show love unconditionally.
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of women are lacking that. Listeners, I hope you heard that, because we are so busy trying to design one another, again, from a worldly aspect, but also dress one another from what the world says is appropriate. And we're not loving each other enough. We're not loving one another enough. And here's the thing. The sad part is a lot of us don't even know how to identify with love. So in your role, how do you depict what love looks like from person to person?
I had to discover that for myself first.
See?
I mean, I had to discover that for myself. I didn't know what love looked like because I didn't come from a family in my worldview that I thought loved me. So, you know, that old cliche, looking for love in all the wrong places. Well, it's not really a cliche because we really do that.
Yeah.
We really do look for love in all the wrong places. And I had to figure out, well, what does love look like for me, and stop looking for it on the outside and start looking for it on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me to
and so what does that look like?
Yeah. So for me to show it back to you, I first have to know what it looks like for me.
Yeah.
And so for me, I had to discover not what the world says I am, not how I grew up, not where I live, but what does it mean for me to love me? So I took some time to really start loving not all of me, body, hair, eyes, everything, because I didn't like how I looked growing up. I'm from New York, and so I have the big eyes, literally, the big eyes, the big forehead, seriously. And so I have the little Chinese eyes, for real.
Yeah. You want my eyes. Now, let me tell you, I got the little Chinese eyes. I can't see all the time. So I'm one of the big eyes every now and then. I'm one of those with the Chinese eyes, and every now and then people think I'm asleep. I'm like, I'm looking right at you.
But that's what I wanted, right? That's what I wanted. And it's like, but that's not what I got. And so I had to, and then the big, you know, I'm like, okay. So I had to learn. I got in the mirror. I had to literally get in the mirror. And, you know, they say you come into the world naked. Well, literally, I had to get in the mirror and look at all of me. And really start loving the parts of me that I didn't like.
Yes.
Because I can't love you if I can't love the parts of me that I don't like.
That's good. That's good. You gave a real visual, because a lot of people are afraid to undress layer by layer. And as you were talking, I was just thinking about someone who would actually do that and still be afraid of being uncomfortable and just put their clothes back on, because they're not really prepared to deal with the lack of love for themselves. But not only when we do that, we don't just cover ourselves up, but we end up sheltering ourselves from others, like you said, to be able to love us. And that's a hardship. That's a hardship. And so I hope that someone hears you tonight and understands that in order for you first to end up loving someone, you really have to look at yourself in the mirror and put some words of affirmation up on the mirrors if you have to, put scriptures up on the mirror, put something that's going to motivate you every day, you know, a saying. And I say in the bathroom mirror because that's what we are most of our time. Most of the time, our mornings are going to start brushing our teeth. You're looking at yourself in the mirror. You know, you're going to have to say some things to yourself every day. And it may have been something that you wanted someone to say to you, right? So that person never said it to you, but you can actually say it back to yourself. And I think that you will definitely find love in that place. So I appreciate that so much. So tell us about your book. Tell us about the book.
So my first book is called Give It to Her, A Gift of Healing and Restoration. And of course, all my books can be found, on my website, which is SANDRA.com. But the first book took me 15 years to write because of going on this love journey. I am a conqueror of domestic violence and sexual assault. So this book is about that. It's about healing, how I heal, my version of healing, because everybody heals differently, is what I say. Yeah. So I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you what I did and what worked for me. And I just remember writing this and God breaking down the word healing for me. And when you said the affirmations, I was like, yeah, write your affirmations down. Because I mean, literally, because so for me, the word healing, the H was help. You got to ask for help when you need it. I didn't know how to do that.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I don't love me. So if I don't love me, I'm going to think that, well, you can't help me because, I mean, literally, I'm going to think that I don't trust you.
Yeah.
So H was for help. E was for everlasting peace because there is peace. And I had to find that within me. The A was abundance because we are abundant. We came in this world abundant. We have everything that we need. The L was for love. And that's where I got stuck for a while because I had to figure out how to love Sandra.
That's good.
This is healing. And then the I was infinite joy. And that's why when you asked me to describe myself, I went to the title. First I said, no, that's not who I am. Who I am is healing. So the I is infinite joy. The N is new life because God did give me new life. I'm a conqueror of domestic violence. And the G was grace because I got grace even in the mistakes that I made.
Yeah.
God gave me grace.
Yeah. As you were talking again about healing, I'm imagining someone on the other end of this who maybe has just come to support you or just to hear the infamous Jerry Live Worldwide, aka the Batman, or even, just to support me. But underneath it all, within that level of support, there's, we're not even able to identify with the level of hurt. Healing has been my word for like the last 2 months. Healing has been my word, and it was for me specifically. And I'm a very transparent individual, but I had to keep saying that I'm going through a healing process. And I didn't know what that was at first. I really didn't know what it was. And everyone was trying to put a finger on what needed to heal. Well, maybe it's this, maybe it's this, maybe it's this. And I said, no, I just need to heal. Like I've been through a lot, and we deal with what we go through in ways that nobody would ever know that we've been through them. Every now and then you get knocked down, and sometimes the bruises heal and sometimes they don't. But the reality of it is it's time to heal. So whoever is listening to this tonight, and you might just feel you were doing well, those little late night cries that you have, and you just don't feel like anybody is, nobody knows that you're doing it. You know that you're going through it. You know that you're experiencing it, and you know that it's time to heal. So whoever that was for tonight, I just wanted to make sure that we emphasize that word, because I think it's going to be very key to our level of success, especially during this pandemic and when we come out of the pandemic. Yeah. So you have an opportunity to just kind of stop, drop, and roll right now. Because we've been moving so fast, we couldn't stop, drop, and roll. So now you're in the house, you can stop, drop, and roll. And even if you got to, have that pity party on the floor for a second, but it is time to heal. It's time to heal. All right. And so what other book, talk to us about the other books.
So it's called The Woman Within. It's an inside job. And after I wrote Give It to Her, and I got on this journey of self-love, at least that's what I thought I was doing, I recognized that I was really pretending. Like, I really, literally, I was pretending that
We're on the same page tonight.
And you know, it was like a smack in the head. I'm like, what do you mean I'm pretending? So I'm like, really, God? And I literally, like, God put, there was a mirror in my face. And with the mirror, meaning it was somebody else, not a mirror in my bathroom. Someone else was in my face, and it hurt me. You know, the incident that happened, I'm like, why does this have to happen? It was because it came to smack me in the face and say, this is you. Stop pretending. I really need for you to get this. So I had to stop and go, okay, it's an inside job. Like, I'm pretending that I'm not hurting. I'm pretending all of this stuff.
Like it.
Let's stop pretending. It's time to it's time out for that.
I like it. So
it's about.
We're on the same page. Look, I say it, and it's like, well, here's what the book is about. The book is about pretending. We hold on to it for so long that we become that person. And here's the thing. We can't get the results that we're supposed to receive not being who we are. Really, really, really who we are. We can't even touch the surface of where we're supposed to be if we can't get to the root of who we truly are. You know, I was a long time ago, oh my goodness, when I first moved to Georgia, I was praying and I was like, Lord, I want this. No, maybe I don't want that. I want this. No, I want that. Da, 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 da. I was just going on and on and on. I was like, I wonder if God gets confused when we do that. You know, it's just like, well, maybe that's too much. Maybe that's too much. And then I said, and I made a joke about the women, and women, don't be upset with me because I'm the same person that does the same thing. I wonder if God would be able to find me with my underneath my hair and my makeup, my eyelashes, my nails. Yes. So what do you say to that? Because honestly, we do it every single day, and I'm like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. Like, well, God know who we really are if we with the hair, the nails, the makeup.
So I told you I didn't like my hair. So because my hair is actually black, I don't recall ever seeing my hair black except when I was a little kid. I dyed my hair all the time because I did not like, because I was like, oh, this makes me look this way. If I do my hair this color, I look this way. That's what I did. And so recently, I went to the barber shop and I got my hair cut, and I'm sitting in the chair and I heard God say, do not go and buy any color, because I color my own hair because, you know, pandemic and everything. So God said, don't. And I said, what? Don't go buy any more color. So I told my barber, I said, well, I'm not going to color my hair this time. She said, what? I said, I'm not coloring my hair. I had to literally every day get in the mirror and look at myself with my natural hair. Wow. And really look at me. Like, look in the soles of my eye with my hair, because I have not seen my hair black. Oh, my God.
I ain't there yet, sis. I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm going to get it.
Okay. It really is okay. Because, okay, so that lasted like 3 months. I'm back to coloring now. Let's just keep it real.
It's the truth. It's the truth. But at least you got a chance to experience it.
And I understand what God was trying to do, wanting me to see all of me.
Yeah.
And really be, and like, this is who God's like, this is who I see. I'm not saying you can't color your hair, because we as women get a chance to do what we want. That's who we are. We get to do what we want to do. But love yourself without all of that stuff.
Yes. And that's the key. That right there. Oh, goodness. You can do all of the stuff that we just talked about, from the hair, the nails, the eyelashes, and all of that. But if that's what makes you you, and you cannot look at yourself in the mirror and love who you are without all of it, I know who I am without all of it. In fact, my hair is just as long as the hair that I put on. But I love to switch up. And I don't really do the eyelashes or anything like that. But my point is without it all, I know that I'm still beautiful. I know that I'm still beautiful. Without it all, I know, and I still walk just as confidently, and I walk just as boldly as I would if I was not wearing anything natural. So yes, love yourself in the skin that you're in. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You know, those words of affirmation, put them up on your mirror or wherever you spend most of your time. If it's in a closet right now because you're just hiding from the world, put it in the closet, one step at a time. But wherever you spend most of your time, if you don't have anyone speaking these things into your lives, speak it over yourself. All right.
Listen,
and so
I'm sorry. I would say I put them all over, though, not just my bathroom because I did it on my bedroom door. I did it on my refrigerator. I did it everywhere where I knew I was going to see it, because I think you need to see it more than one time.
Yes,
you need to see it consistently so that you can remind yourself, because guess what? I may not get to see you ever, and I'm going to get a chance to validate you, but you can validate yourself, because at the end of the day, it's you who matters. Yes. And I have to tell myself that I matter. I am enough.
You know, I had I'm on with this program, and I say, and it's not really a program, but it's where I get all of my little like body needs, supplies and supplements and stuff like that, or my natural supplements. And I was telling the girl who does she's my consultant. So I was telling her one day how, like, I was like, I'm not able to go to the bathroom. I don't know what's going on here. And this is how someone who cares about who you are, because someone else probably would have said to me, well, you need to buy this supply, right, to counterbalance that supply. Or, a person who wouldn't care about, they just care about the money. They don't care about you. But I told her this, and I said, I don't know what it is. And she asked me a couple of questions, and she said, I want you to start speaking this over you. It was the weirdest thing. And I never met her before. I mean, now I have. Eventually I did. But before this, I had other people coming to me to ask me about this supplement, and I would never do it. She reached into me once, and I automatically went with her. And she said, this is what I want you to say over your body for health. She said, I am active and attractive. I love myself and I feel great. I am healthy and I look great. I eat what is good for me. Every cell of my body exudes beauty and health. I respect myself and control my weight. I enjoy my body. My body is great. I relax into my perfect weight. I allow my perfect self to emerge. I am nourished and satisfied. I burn fat. I am active and full of energy. I love exercise. I achieve my goals with ease. I honor myself and I honor my body. I respect the integrity and wisdom of my body. I eat less and I weigh less. I feel light. I am whole, complete, and satisfied. When she sent me that, right. When she sent me that, it made so much sense why it was easy for me to go with her as opposed to the other people who were selling the same product and they had the same pitch, but they were not her. So when I called her and I said, hey, this is what I'm experiencing, she didn't send me another item to purchase. She sent me this life, health, and weight loss affirmation.
Because words have power. They have power. And that's what I've learned, is that I can take all the supplements and everything in the world, but I get to speak over my body. I get to say, I get to speak over, because no matter how many supplements you take, it may or may not work if mentally you're not aligned. So I had to learn, you have to be aligned with what you're speaking, but also what you're taking and doing for your body. So I had to learn that was powerful. Wow. Yeah. And I mean, when she sent it to me, I just, like I said, any person that you are attached to,
any person you're attached to, because these things come a dime a dozen at this point. But when you have someone like that who cares enough and understands the need of you speaking those powerful things over your life, because for her, it wasn't just about the supplement. We can take them all day long, but we still might, I just got to be honest. I've done 2-day detox and went back to eating a hamburger on the third day.
Yep.
But it's up for her to help keep me disciplined. And when I see stuff like this, and I hear about people like such as yourself, who's there to love. I mean, that was love that she gave back to me. Someone that she hadn't, but she cared enough about me to be whole and to be healthy, to speak that type of life. She said that my weight does not have me. I mean, it was powerful, and I said, wow. But she loved me in that. But you and I, we both have an appetite for the same thing. And I told you guys to stay tuned because we're about to get into it. We have an appetite for the same thing. Seafood. Did you hear what the appetite was?
Seafood.
Seafood. Seafood.
Yes.
Listen, my sister, let me tell you, I will inject, if I could get some injections and I can put it in my right and left arm of some type of seafood, I would just have it on standby. Ooh. I said, ooh, she's a sister after my heart. She likes seafood.
I love seafood. Okay. I could eat it every day.
Yes.
Literally.
I do eat it every day. I do. Listen, are you in the Maryland area?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Oh,
the blue crab, honey. The blue crab.
Ooh. So I travel to Maryland a lot, and I'm originally from Delaware, so I travel to Maryland a lot. And I got a chance to go to, I think it was G&L's. I can't remember. Is it G&L's that's in Maryland? It's one of the bigger crab places. But I also got a chance to go to some other places. And out of every place that I've had, for me, the crab cakes weren't the best. It was the crab soup. And I'm going to tell you where I had the best crab soup, and you would not believe it. Green turtle. The green turtle.
No way.
Of all places, the best crab soup.
Wow.
The green turtle. Of all places. But I saw that you love seafood, and I said, she is a sister after my own heart. I think it's an up north thing. I don't know. There's a lot of people who love it, but we just go after it every single day. So shout out to all of our seafood lovers. I had to throw that in because we were talking about weight. We were talking about food. We're talking about health. That's part of our eating healthy habits. Yes. Seafood is a part of that main course that we have to have every single day. Okay. So tell us about you growing up. I mean, I know that you said you've had some hardships and you've experienced some things and you really didn't know, even how to love yourself. When did you begin to tap into, I want to help people live a better life. I want people to understand how much God loves them. I want people to understand how much they need to love themselves. When did you really start honing in on that?
When I actually worked at a shelter for battered women some years ago. And interestingly enough, I didn't even know that I was a battered woman, or that I grew up in a household where there was abuse, because my father, he was an alcoholic. He was emotionally and sometimes verbally abusive. But to me, that was the norm. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know any different, and so my first marriage, I married someone who was abusive. But it was the norm for me, so it didn't click until I went to work for a shelter. And actually, I volunteered there because I was a corporate girl, and I was looking for something different in my life because the corporate life just wasn't for me. I'm like, this is boring. I need something else. And so someone suggested that I volunteer at the shelter. I'm like, okay. And I fell in love with the women, and we just started dialoguing, and I recognized that their story was my story.
Wow.
And that's when I became engrossed in wanting to
Wow.
find out more, but also wanting to help myself, because I'm going, if that's me, and I need to get some help myself. And
Yeah.
so that's where it began. I worked at that nonprofit for at least 5 years, and then I left and started traveling around the country, just talking about domestic violence and how to heal, talking to churches about how to help their women, in their communities who were suffering and didn't know how to talk about it. So that's where it really began for me. But also the breakdown began too, because even as I was traveling, the one thing I've learned is that hurt people, and sometimes we as teachers, coaches, leaders, what have you, we haven't done our own work completely, and we're out there trying to help somebody else. We haven't even helped ourselves yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you make such a great point. That is one of the attributes of an effective leader. Going through, I'm doing a series right now on personal development, and going through the levels, the layers, the hurt, the pain, going through it all, and having this inability to, I want to use the word acknowledge, but it's bigger than acknowledge. It's one thing to acknowledge it, but it's another to, or just say, heal from it. You said it best. There are a lot of apostles, pastors, preachers, teachers, evangelists, and teachers, that fivefold that are they only become fivefold because of who hurt them. We become who hurt us. And we only become who hurt us because we feel that we can do it better. But you are only exuding the level of hurt that you've experienced. And now you're teaching someone else hurt because you're teaching out of hurt. And so now if that one is going to bring one, then you're just going to have a hurt village. Yeah. And everyone's thinking that they're progressing and they're successful in what they're doing. And their Christianity is that way as well. And it's unfortunate because we're taught in error, and then we're trying to figure out why we're not getting the right results. Why aren't we getting what the Bible promised us? Because you're being taught in error. That's the nerve there. Go ahead. I touched the nerve there. I'm listening.
Well, because I used to say that all the time. I'm going, God, I don't understand why I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get. Like, I'm doing all the things right. At least I think I am. I'm doing what I'm told to do. I'm doing, all of these things. I'm tithing. All the things that you say. I'm going to church every Sunday. I'm in every ministry. Just really. But what I realized was I was hiding in church. I was hiding in these ministries because it was easy not to deal with my own stuff. It was easier to hide. But in that hiding, my abundant life was escaping me still.
Yes.
The words I was saying were not aligning up with the life that I wanted to have. And it was because I wasn't healed. I needed to heal. I needed to really love me and really be what the Bible clearly says. Jesus was love. Am I really walking in that? Yes. Am I really walking in that? And no, I was pretending. So I had to let it go. I had to really take a step back, and I had to work on me. And I'm still a work in progress. I'm not perfect.
I was going to say we all are. We all are a work in progress. But you've been there, you've done that, and you've experienced it where you now, and even in your transparency, you now are able to help someone else heal. And that definitely is a ministry that I feel, just is going to be a blessing to so many people. If you are just tuning in with us in the last couple of minutes that we have, we are with Miss Sandra Chaney. You guys, if you have missed this interview, you want to catch the playback when it goes up, we will be sharing it to all of our pages as well. But I have been blessed by this opportunity to be on with you tonight. what do you want to leave our listeners with tonight as a word of encouragement?
I just want you to remember that you are enough. That's first and foremost. You are enough. And just remember, everything you need is already within you. It's not outside of you. It is already within you. I always say, one of my mottos is, everything I do and offer the world comes from a place of deep love. Because it does. And I want to offer you that you are loved. If no one told you today, we love you. I love you.
I love you.
God loves you. Just remember that. If you don't remember anything else, I was once you, so I do understand. Remember, you are loved.
Amen. And don't forget that you have 3 books, 3 best-selling books.
Yes,
with that.
I do.
So go ahead and let them know again, the listeners know where they can find your book, where they can book you, and any additional information that you want to give, like your social handles, if you want to get that.
So everything, including my social media handles, is on my webpage, along with my email address, everything, my books, Give It to Her, A Gift of Healing and Restoration, The Woman Within, is job. And the one book we did not get a chance to talk about is because I'm also a nonprofit strategist. The inside secret to getting money for your nonprofit. I help nonprofits build their foundations, help them find money for their programs. So that's the other side of me. But you can find all of that on SandraChaney.com. That's SANDRACHANEY.com. Social media and email are all on there.
Well, I really do enjoy the fact that you are definitely walking out your purpose. And I was going to say before we went to something else, but I was going to say, when you take whatever hurt you, or when you take whatever you've been through, any of those experiences, and turn that into something that can really bless other people to come outside of it, that truly is what purpose looks like. And you've done that well within your books. You've done it well within loving others, and you've done it well with just making sure that everyone knows tonight that it's time to heal and that they are loved. So I really, really appreciate you tonight and look forward to connecting with you as well on the other side. I did send you that word of affirmation for the weight loss, so you have that for yourself as well. Yay! And I will share it so that everyone else, you're welcome. I will share it with everyone else in case you guys want to begin to use those words of affirmation over yourself for your health, wellness, and your health and your wellness. So I do have one more question before we go tonight. And because you have been through it all, experienced it all, and we now know we are loved, I'm expecting you and all that vibrancy that you have to come out with this question. So the last question I have is, Miss Sandra Chaney, do you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power?
Yes, I can feel the power. Yes, I can.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And we appreciate you guys, and we will see you next Monday. Miss Sandra Chaney, it was definitely a pleasure and an honor for me to be on with you tonight. Mwah. Love ya.
Thank you.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live, worldwide.
That's right, you tell them, little buddy. Thank everybody for joining us right here on Positive Power, XXI Christian Media. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night starting at 8 o'clock with Transforming Live Bible Radio with Dr. B. That's right, come on out there. We got the testimony with Paula Beyond. She's going to bring in D-Train out of New York. Is going to be here. So you're going to hear what he's up to. I know all of you DJs used to spend the D-Train. So come on and check him out. He's coming on at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. We got Pearls with Veronica. It's going to be another deep show. So come on out, y'all. Check out the Triple Podcast right here on Late Night. That's right, Positive Power with XXI. I'm the Batman. And have a great night.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of XXI.
Positive Power 21.org Internet Radio.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.